Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial with YouDevHub. In our previous tutorial, we just concluded the conditional formatting and how to create your rules for your formatting for your Excel sheet and your data set. So in this tutorial, I'll be showing you about how to create charts. Now, what are charts? Charts are basic representation or visual representations of data in Excel. So charts help you to give a more concise and visual representation of what you're doing. And well, before now, you should know what charts are. We have various types of charts. We have various types of graphs and all of that. So if I go ahead to if I go ahead over to our insert panel, right, or insert menu, you can see the charts we have under the chart section. You can see various types of charts and all of that. If I click on these, we can, okay, let me click on recommended charts. You can see, okay, all charts. Now, if I click on the all charts, you see we have different type of chart: the column, the line, the pie chart, the bar chart, the area chart, and the map kind of chart, the stock chart, the surface charts, the radar chart, tree stamp chart, sunset chart, or histogram, and so many different chart, box, waterfall, funnel, and all of that. Now, there are different conditions that warrant using each and every of the charts, right? But for this Excel tutorial, I'll just be showing you some basic things. Now, first thing, how do you go about it, right? The first thing we need to do is to highlight the whole of the chart, of the data set rather. After highlighting or selecting the data, the chart, you go straight to insert just like we are, and we have charts and we can choose any chart we want to use. Do we want a column chart, maybe a 2D column chart, 3D column chart? Let's start with a 2D column chart, right? And we click on the 2D column chart and we see that it has generated a chart for us, right? So let me just move this back to the title, move it back to where it is, and it has generated a chart for us, right? Can we see now? And this is just a brief example of a chart that we can create with this. And with this, we can go ahead and see that, okay, these are the lines it is creating and all of that. Now, we'll be telling you about quickly how to format your charts, all right? So when you have a chart like this, we can discover that this chart is not very is not displayed very well because we have some values that are small along this line and we have a larger value, and that is because when we were selecting our chart area, we selected everything to include even this end of the year total and total per item total, which is very large. And so because of the largeness and the size of the data that are given here, it had a very big discrepancy in this. So how do we do that? To select some things that we want and some things that we don't want in a chart. Now, to do that, we use the filter menu, chart filters here. I will click on this funnel like shape stuff, filter, and we can see that we have the total items per month. We can uncheck that, and we can also come down, scroll down, and uncheck end of year and click on apply. And after we apply, we see that the chart is more evenly distributed now because those two are not applied, and we can now see the real differences between the chart. So with this, you can choose to remove any value you feel you don't want. You can choose to say, okay, maybe want to remove all the larger values to only find between the small, or we want to remove all the smaller values to only compare between the large values. Like if you look at this data very well, the ones that have the large values are paper, manila folder, and then 3-ring binders. At least they have over 100. So we can even say, okay, let's remove the other ones that are not there, and click on apply. So we are only plotting between these three. We're only plotting between paper, manila folder, and staple binder. And we can see the discrepancies between them and see that, okay, at every point in time, this guy comes paper always comes first. At any point in time, at the second time, the larger one is manila fold compared to the third one, which is usually uh, oh, I think even three ring binder still come. Okay, yeah, three ring binder is the smallest. We can also choose to format the colors and say, okay, we don't like it. It's a little bit too bluish and bluish. We want to change the whole font color format of the stuff. We can choose on the style here, choose the color we want. We can choose the combination of different colors we want and see, okay, we want something that is more combinatory. Let's use this that shows different colors so that it will be easier for us to demarcate and know that, okay, red, green stands for paper, orange stands for manila fold, and three ring binders and that. And once we are done with this, we can choose to copy out this chart and come to another sheet created here and paste the chart here. Now, pasting the chart here gives us one representation of what the chart looks like. And we can also come back to the chart here and change the view of the chart, right? Still on our insert, right? We can choose to change the design of the chart. Say we don't want it to be in a 3D column now. We can change it to a 3D column. We can also choose to change the different all charts. We can choose to change it to maybe a line graph if you want. Choose this line or this type of line. Maybe I think I prefer this one. You can choose a line graph. Click on OK. Make it a line graph this way. Choose to copy it and paste it. Maybe let's say they want it in an organization and you don't know which way to represent. You want them to choose the most preferred representation, or for different data set there are different representations of data, right? So you can also choose again you can also choose to come back to your chart again and see. You can also right click on change chart type. Oh, sorry, I was going to do that. Right click on it and change chart type. Changing your chart type, you can choose to make it a pie chart if you want. Click on a pie chart and click on OK, and it tells you the chart, although this is a bit scattered because this can only pick per entity. So it's picking for paper and giving you the paper distribution per month. So pie chart, you should understand the types of charts that can be good for different types of data sets. So a pie chart may not be accurately okay for that. A clustered bar graph, let's see about that. That also works. You can choose to copy it out and come to our chart sheet and also paste it out. All right, copy it and paste it and also drag it down and come back to that, and let's have one more chart type. Let me see which one can we use again. We've used column, we've used surface. Okay, we can use a surface. Now this type are usually used for those that deals with geographical locations and all of that. Those that deals in geographical analysis, they will be very good at using these types of chatbot. Anyway, what's the bad thing? We can also change it again and choose column, make it like a 3D column kind of, right? See this type and choose OK, and we have it, and we are going to save that. So basically that is how to go ahead with charts in data analysis. In your data set, you can choose to work with your graph, and you can choose to give your boss either of all these graph columns. Okay, boss, pick which one you want and let us work with it. I say, okay, no, I think I prefer this first chart better, and we can choose to go with this. So those are just how to just represent your work in a chart. And the other things you can do to this chart, like you can choose to, if you come to this plus chart element, you can choose to put your chart axis title. You can rename it to whatever you want to rename it to. You can choose to call it maybe my chart, your chart, whatever I want to do. You can also come add maybe data labels. Data labels will label each of the data. Sorry, for that to be very visible, let me change the chart type back to a normal line column, and we can see that it's giving you the values, though it's a bit scattered because the values are a bit clustered. So we are doing that and changing that now. So we can choose to label the graphs and give you the value of the graphs, and and we can, let me deselect that. That is a little bit too too scattered. And so there's just so many things we can do with that information and all of that. So that's basically how to create your graph. So you try it out, create your graphs. Let me see where you have an issue with it, and we can all come in and see how we can help out and get it done. So thank you very much for staying on this tutorial with us. See you in the next tutorial where we'll talk about how to clean data and how to clean your data set. Thank you very much.